Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go over the question. A company that provides whale watching tour takes groups of 21 people at a time. The company's revenue is $80 per adult and $60 per child. If the company's revenue for one group consisting of adults and children was $1,440, how many people in the group were children? So we have to find the number of children in the group. Okay, now we can assume some variables for number of adults and number of children. Okay, here I have assumed A as a number of adults and C as a number of children. The question says the company takes groups of 21 people at a time. That is the number of adults and number of children must add up to 21. So that is A positive C equals to 21. So here we get the first equation in two variables A and C. So we can solve for one of the variables in this equation. So better we can solve for A in terms of C. So why do we have to solve for A in terms of C? Why can't we solve for C in terms of A? There is a reason. So let's solve for A. So for that we have to subtract C from both sides. When I do so, I'm getting A is equal to 21 negative C. I have solved for A in terms of C. Okay, using the other information, I can get one more equation in terms of A and C. So there I can plug in 21 negative C for A. In that case, I'll be getting the equation only in the variable C. Our aim is to find the number of children in the group. That is, we have to find the value of C. So that's why I've solved for A in terms of C over here. Okay, now let's form other equation using the second information. So that is the company's revenue is $80 per adult. That is the company's revenue is $80 for one adult. So how many adults are there? There are a number of adults. So if the company's revenue is $80 for one adult, then what is the revenue for a number of adults? We have to multiply the company's revenue for one adult by the number of adults, then we get 80A. So this 80A represents the company's revenue for a number of adults. So the same thing we have to do for children. So the company's revenue is $60 for one child. And what is the company's revenue for C number of children? We have to multiply the 60 by C. So 60C. So this 60C represents the company's revenue for C number of children. So when we add them, we get the total revenue. According to the question, the total revenue is $1,440. Okay, so here we got 80A positive 60C is equal to 1,440. So when we look at the numbers over here, everything is a multiple of 20. So better we can divide the complete equation by 20 to make the number smaller. So let me divide the first term by 20, here this one by 20 and this one by 20. So here when I divide 80 by 20, I'm getting 4A. When I divide 60 by 20, I'm getting 3C. So when I divide 144 by 20, I'm getting 72. Okay, now in this equation, we can plug in this 21 negative C for A. So here we have A. So for this A, we can substitute 21 negative C that we already got for A over here. So positive 3C equals to 72. Now we have an equation only in the variable C. So we can solve for C. So actually our aim is to find the value of C because C represents number of children. So that's the target of the question. How many people in the group were children? Okay, let's solve for C in this equation. So we have to distribute this 4 to 21 and negative C. So 4 times 21 is 84. 4 times negative C is 4C. Positive 3C equals to 72. Okay, so 84. When I combine this with negative 4C, positive 3C, it will become negative 1C equals to 72. So let's subtract 84 from both sides. When I subtract 84 from both sides, positive 84, negative 84 will cancel out. So negative C equals to, when I simplify this one, I'm getting negative 12. So I want to get the value of C, but here I'm getting negative C. So to make this negative C as positive C, I have to multiply both sides by negative 1. So let me multiply both sides by negative 1. When I do so, negative times negative will become positive. 1 times C is C, and here negative times negative will become positive. 1 times 12 is 12. I'm getting C equals to 12. So there were 12 children in the group. The correct answer choice for this question is option C.